Nazi economic policies. Between 1938 and 1939, Germany took over Austria and Czechoslovakia, gaining vital economic resources. In September 1939, Hitler invaded Poland. He did not expect Britain and France to declare war, but they did. A small war became World War II, which Germany was not fully prepared for. The economy was increasingly geared towards total war. Speer. War, 1939 to 45. By the summer of 1941, almost two-thirds of Germany's industrial workforce was engaged in war-related activities. However, the lack of central planning and coordination meant that productivity was poor. It was not until 1942 that the German economy, led by Albert Speer, was effectively organized to cope with total war. Key measures. 1. A central planning board was established to increase industrial output. Productivity increased significantly. In 2 years, Speer managed to increase weapons production more than 3 times over, despite little increase in manpower or raw materials, an intensive Allied bombing campaign. 2. Prisoners and forced slave labourers were used to supplement the workforce. By 1944, 29% of all industrial workers were foreign. 3. January 1943, women between the ages of 17 and 45 were obliged to sign up for work. It was not until the military situation deteriorated rapidly in 1945 that the economy proved unable to support the war effort effectively. Heavy bombing of German industrial centres affected production badly. Speer's successes. 1. Plunder of war. The Nazis used invasions of other countries to benefit the Nazi war economy. Resources were ruthlessly plundered and used in factories, raw materials and gold. This boosted the economy, but critics argue it led to complacency. 2. Speer's change to a total war economy. From 1942, under the leadership of Speer, changes in work methods, better distribution of raw materials, and the introduction of mass production techniques resulted in significant increases in productivity. 3. Survival till the end. Despite the amount of bombing of Germany faced, it was able to make more inventions of advanced new weapons, including the first jet plane and the V-1 and V-2 missiles. Speer's failures. 1. Effects of war and supply demands. By 1941, the war had become a massive economic drain and failed to meet Hitler's military requirements. Supply problems became more evident. Even in 1941, when he invaded the USSR, a third of German troops had inadequate equipment. 2. Reliance on slave labour. The Nazi economy survived on a huge capacity of ill-nourished and starving slave labourers brought in from other countries or from within outlaw groups or religion. They worked thousands of people to their deaths. 3. Bombing. As the military situation deteriorated, so too did the economic situation. Allied bombing of German cities and transport links affected production and distribution. From January 1945, the German economy was in a state of collapse.